In this video I'm gonna install the feature called Version Control to our current project. So basically, once again I'm gonna check if the Git functionality exists in my current system. So I've just opened the project. I'm gonna go to the terminal and just type git --version version. So the Git doesn't exist, so I'm going to the browser, just type git bash, Git for Windows, and just download it. So here's the downloaded file. I'm just gonna execute it. Next. Now I'm gonna. Now the Git is asking what will be the default name for your main branch of your application. By default is master, because I was working with Git earlier on, and all my project main branch is called main, and that's why I'm gonna override it and put my own name, which is main, and then just click make sure that this option has been chosen, as we're gonna use IntelliJ to perform Git operations, and later on Visual Studio Code and any other software environments. And then just next, install. And finish. We don't need that. I can close this. So now we're gonna check if the software has been properly installed. So Windows R cmd git --version. Okay. And now we have to provide some security credentials to hook local Git repository with online repository. I assume that each one of you has already created online repository. Here is mine. So basically, during the creation or process, you've provided some username, email, some password, and just make sure to create a token. If you don't know how to create it, then I'll show you. So go to settings, then developer settings, just make it a bit, and then click personal access tokens and generate new token. And if you click it, that new window will pop up with token. Copy that token and store it in the safe place, as you will need it later on for several operations. So I assume that's finished. So now go back to this window, and you have to set some secure credentials. First of all is git config username. So it's just the name of your online Git repository username. In my case, it was this one. Okay, to perform this type of operation, you have to actually establish a project with Git Version Control. So we have to open IntelliJ. So here is our current project. If you don't have that window, just click terminal, type ls, and as you can see, I'm not in the folder when the actual project exists, because the actual project exists in folder called API. So type cd API, ls, and now as you can see, I can see there's a pom.xml file, so I'm sure that I'm in the proper folder of my current project. So now I want to establish Git local version control, so I'm just gonna type git -- version just in case. Okay, it works fine, so git init and just type os. Okay. Okay, so now we have to perform 3 operations to establish user credentials. So first of all, that git config user.name and name of your online repository. Okay, next one is git config username email, and this is gonna be, in my case, okay, and the last one is git config user.password token, and here you have to provide the token that you've created earlier on for your online repository. You don't have to provide it inside the quotes, so it's not like some numbers, etc., etc., but you just have to paste it straight away into this very place and click enter. I'm not gonna show that as I don't want to share my user credential, but basically that will be it. After that, you'll be ready to connect with your online repository, and I will show that on my next video.